Hello, everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day. This is Ceci from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and this video will be only in English because the hashtag is in English. So, this is a BR2 Moonflower Moments. That is my first five and my last five tarot decks. So, in this case, it will be like a crazy thing because I started not so long ago, but in the in between I became a crazy person, crazy collector. And yeah, my collection is super eclectic, and you will notice that. You will see. So let's see. Being in Argentina, living here, it's not easy, or at least it's more difficult to get things, not only because of our budget or our salary or things like that. I'm not going to get into that, but it's yeah, we don't have like editorials here, or there are just a few, and it's it's not the same as the imported decks. And for us to get imported decks, it's complicated. Not impossible, but complicated. So when I wanted to start learning about tarot, I went to a few like bookshops, and they don't have anything, at least a few years ago when I started. So I only came across with this one, that is an Argentinian version of Tarot de Marsella, Marseille Tarot. So it's, and I started learning with a Spanish woman that is Martot, or I'm not remember her name correctly, but yeah, it's a regular Marseille deck. The quality of the cards are not, it's not good. I mean, it's acceptable, and it was super cheap, and it was what I found and what I could afford at a time. I don't work with tarot. I mean, tarot is not my way of living. I mean, oh, what am I saying? My incomes doesn't don't come doesn't come with from tarot. This is my hobby, my private practice. I don't read for anybody, just for me, and I use it as a study, as a hobby, and as um, a way of trying to be a little bit more spiritual, being that I I don't believe in any particular religion. Um, so yeah, a little bit of that. So then I found a used deck that I felt like it was, I felt it good, you know? So let me show you. I don't have a box or anything. So it's Osho. And beginning to learn, I mean, beginning to use this deck helped me to go through like a few complicated situations. Well, it's in Spanish, this one. So then after working with this deck, because I tried to learn with the Marseille Tarot deck for a few months. I read like Jodorowsky's, because every every forum that I was reaching out, they were talking about that I had to learn with what everybody should begin with: Jodorowsky, with well, a lot of Rachel Pollack and all those things, but they were mentioning more than anything this kind of tarot deck, and I don't connect that well with those images, so it was hard for me, and I stopped for a while. But then I started trying to connect again with tarot and started with this one. I want to make this video faster and I'm talking a lot, sorry. So then after this one, I start saying, okay, maybe there is more. Yeah, I didn't know that there were so many decks. I didn't know where I was getting into. So then I went to a place here in Argentina that is in Buenos Aires that is used bookshops. I mean, there are like it's in a park where they sell a lot of there are a lot of vendors that sell used books, and I found this one. This is an Argentinian deck. It was the only tarot deck that they had. And it was a little bit friendlier for a beginner than the Marseille. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to come out on in English. I think it's the Sorcerer's Tarot or something like that is coming in English for other countries. I hate this kind of boxes. I have to put like glue there. I have to put like something here so that I'm able to remove. And one thing that if you keep it up like this, like standing, this is what happens to the book. So I hate that. But I think the English version will be different than this. Will be like a smaller box. So these are the cards. So it became like a little nicer to connect with tarot. And this is like months apart, one purchase from the other, until I started buying like a crazy person. But yeah, it was a few months between one another because I didn't want to spend. I didn't have much money back then, and I didn't want to spend money on a hobby. I'm far away from that right now. I'm spending a lot of time in my hobby, time and money in my hobby. It's not like I'm floating in money or anything, but I'm enjoying life in a different way. So this is. Then the next one that I bought here in Argentina, it was this one. So I started seeing that Los Carabeo decks, that you were able to get it on a platform that is similar to eBay, but it's an Argentinian platform that is called Mercado Libre. So I saw this deck and I bought it. I was afraid of it, but I've I've used it a lot in my beginnings. And even when I started, I had I had like my 2 or 3 decks on a table on the living room, and when my nephews came to visit, they were always drawn to grab this deck. And now I have a whole collection on my office. So it has grown, it has changed. I have like 200 decks now. And now we are going to see my first online international purchase. This is where everything began, really. This is where things went south. And I started finding it great to receive international purchases. I super love this deck. is so cute. I never understood how or where to put this thing. I think this could be one of the most beautiful Tua cups like ever. It's beautiful, peaceful, it's full of love. It's I love this deck. And this is also one of my favorite King of Cups. It's an amazing deck. Where is Strength? Because it's also one of my favorites. Look at this. Well, the Hermit also. I love this deck a lot. And it was my first international purchase. And I will never not love this deck. it's I feel like I'm neglecting it a little bit right now because I'm using the newer ones. And I feel like every time that I buy a deck, I feel like the other decks are watching like, really? Another one? What about me? Use me. Do you have that feeling? Or that guilt feeling of like why so many decks? But I love them, so I don't think I will be able to stop. I might stop doing videos, but I won't stop buying. Okay, so now let's see last 5 decks, but I have to make it like last 6 because there's one that I really really love, and since it takes so long to get here, I mean, sometimes it takes a few months since you buy a deck, even a mass market deck, and you receive it, that yeah, I need to show it. I'm not even talking about independent decks. These are like my 5 mass market decks, right? I might do another one of 5 indie decks and 5 first indie decks and then 5 last indie decks. I might do that one too. So in order, this will be the 6th because it's the oldest of these 5 tarot decks, and this is I regret not buying it sooner. And I have a few more decks on these last 5 that I regret not buying it sooner. I think this is one of the best guidebooks that I have come across. I'm using this organza bag because if not, I cannot remove the cards from inside. The cards are amazing. I'm in love with this deck. It's crazy the way that it makes me feel. It's not like, I don't know, I don't know how to explain. But I'm pretty sure that you know this deck, so you know how powerful it is. Do you have it? Please let me know if you have any of this deck and which one is your favorite. Well, next, I bought these two together. I'm gonna show one first. This is a small little beauty. The reason behind buying this deck is that I was seeing a few images on the internet and I found them cute, and it's one of the cheapest ones also. So, and also it will come with me when I travel because it's an amazing size to travel. I'm pretty sure you know this deck. And you will see that these last 5 decks are super eclectic. I mean, this has like a 70s vibe, super like beautiful and cute, and it will get dark. And then it will be beautiful again, and then it will be dark again. Let me show you. Please, I always forget to say this. If you like my content, please leave me a comment, put like, share, subscribe, and all those things that makes a channel grow. But yeah, this is a cute addition to my collection, and it will get complicated right now. I did a video of these two together because it was on the same purchase, and it was like a contrast in my collection. I will do more of those contrasts because my collection is so crazy that it's really and I've said that word too many times today. Sorry. So well, basically this is to learn and learn. Another way of tarot. The cards have a really nice cardstock and size, but boy, they're complicated. So this one will require a lot of time to learn. But I wanted to have it so that I could learn. I was curious about Rosicrucian. I don't know how to pronounce that. In Spanish is Rosa Cruces, and my last name is Cruces. So I wanted to see if I had anything to do with it. See, it's weird. It's weird. I will learn it eventually. Let's put this aside. And let's go to another couple that came on the same order. options in purchase. Let's make it a little bit cute right now, right? This is a great deck. I was hesitant on getting this one because it's like landscape, but it's a cutie, so and I really feel like obviously all of the tarot cards shows you a story. Every There is a story behind every card and everything, but this one, this one really makes me think of, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like the before and after this image, like if it was a picture, what was happening before that and what 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 is happening next. I don't know how to explain. I think you will understand what I'm trying to say. Look at this hermit. I don't know. I love this one. It feels so good in my hands too. The cards talk. Okay, ready to go dark? Because it's going to get dark right now. These next two decks that I'm going to show you, I was really afraid of. Maybe because, I don't know, misconceptions or biases or different kind of for each one, for each of these two decks. I will tell you. For this one, it's a super big. I bought also the workbook that they are sold separate. So this deck, and I have added this string here because, oh, it's not a string, but I don't know the name now. Because otherwise I cannot take it out. But for this one, I thought that, I don't know, it will be like much like darker in a way that, I don't know, it will give me nightmares or something. But I'm like way past that right now because I also bought the Somnia Tarot that I was afraid of, and then I'm loving it. Um, and since I got the Somnia Tarot, I it's like I unlocked my darkness. Doesn't make any sense. Um, but at the same time, and this was like the image, one of the cards that made me buy this deck, because I really saw a lot of reviews before purchasing it because I was really afraid of, like, I don't know, that it was going to be like, I don't know how to explain, but it's not what I thought it is. um it's an amazing reader, and the images, even though some of them could be considered dark, look at this big mama. It's one of the most beautiful suns I've ever encountered. And the garden that is the world is super beautiful. I regret not buying this deck before for being afraid of, I don't know, voodoo. I don't know. I was super ignorant, and I thought that like hoodoo and voodoo were like the same thing. They might be. I don't know. I don't know yet. Um, but I'm not afraid of this deck anymore. I super love it. Both this guidebook and the book that you can purchase separate are great. But also once that you start using this deck and you start connecting and asking things, it's and I have paired it in another video with um Herb Herb Crafter's Tarot. Boy, I mean, it's they're perfect for each other. Even though both of them are tarot decks, they are great. And I've spent a lot of time with this deck, but I mean, it has now a piece of my heart. And let's see the last one. So I wanted to make this video shorter than 30 minutes, but I don't think it's going to be. But we are next to the. We're going to see the last one. Don't worry. If you saw any of my videos, of my recent videos, you will know which one it is. This one I was afraid of because of the blood. Spoiler alert, it's going to be bloody. And also because I saw like a few videos, a few unboxing and reviews and stuff, and they said that the cardstock was super, super bad. But it's not that bad. And the guidebook is also one of the best guidebooks that I have encountered in my short tarot life. I have to put this organza bag here because I couldn't get it removed from here. The box is not the best. This is the Spanish version of Tarot of the Vampires from Ian Daniels because I couldn't get the English version. I I think it's like out of print right now, but well, I have it in Spanish and it's great because it's my main language basically, so it's great. If I'm not wrong, these cards are a little bit bigger than the English one, and I have etched it in black. It needed to be black. It was white, so it needed to be black. And I did a pairing video. Please go and check it out. That video is in English and Spanish at the same time, but you can mute me if you don't want to listen me. But yeah, it got dark, it got gothic, but I wasn't expecting to connect with images like this, really. It surprised me a lot, not only because of the images but also the guidebook. You can use the guidebook with any other deck and it will be great information. So if you want to buy it and you cannot find the English version, you can buy the Spanish one. That it's okay. The cards are not. I mean, they're okay. They're not that bad. They're not that bad as they were saying. I was super afraid of buying something that I wasn't going to be able to use. Let's see how it ages. Let's see in a few years how it goes. But I take care of my decks. I use it soft and I use it only for myself, so it shouldn't be something that breaks instantaneously, right? But yeah, I did the unboxing and I connected immediately. The opposite thing also happened to me with a few other decks that I thought I was going to love, And when I did the unboxing, I hated the deck, or I didn't connect with the deck, so I had to sell it because I couldn't even have them on my home. I don't know. It happened with a few decks, not with a lot of them. But well, this has been over 30 minutes. Sorry. So thank you. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for your comments. I love answering them whenever I get the notification, because sometimes I get the notifications like a few days after the comment was done. So please bear with me on that. Let me know if you enjoy my English content, or if it is the same for you to watch me in English and Spanish at the same time. Um, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Please be nice. And there are a few more decks on my way, and I will continue doing VRs. So stay tuned for more videos. See you soon. Bye bye.